Hey everyone, welcome to another MLM Dumpster Fire. Today we're here to watch a live stream from Courtney and she's with Eric. I think they're gonna talk about fasting or fitness. I don't know. Anyway, they're here together. They're gonna give us some probably bad fitness and health advice as per usual in my opinion. So we'll just see what happens. We're gonna get right into it. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, and as always, big shout out to my channel members. Thank you guys for being here, and let's just get right into this.
Like, am I catching it? It's like right here is hurting.
No, mine's higher. Yeah, I definitely slept on my neck wrong. But we're fasting right now.
Yeah,
we're currently into
I think it's like 40.
Yeah, we're doing a 60-hour reboot with ketones.
Yeah.
But we are, what are we, 37 hours in?
No, I think it's like 40-ish at this point.
Yeah, we wanted to go live to give y'all some,
30.
some strategies, different ways to fast, why fasting is good, and how you can utilize it, intermittently or extended.
Well, I think there's multiple parts to
Well, before
fasting.
we jump into this really quickly, just just throw this out there. We are not your medical doctor, so
Yes.
of course, we're just health coaches, qualified health coaches, certified, just giving you our advice.
Qualified, certified health coaches. Through what? Where? Pruvit? Because Kelsey definitely is not qualified to give any kind of health advice or anything. Eric is supposed to be a PT, but I don't know if he's actually a personal trainer. You know what I'm talking about. But Kelsey's definitely not qualified. So what are we doing? Are we lying to people on purpose to seem qualified when we're not, in my opinion?
So
Our experience,
and well, also just my general advice that I would use for my clients. You can choose to take what you want with the information and run with it, or do whatever you want. But yeah, go ahead.
There's multiple sides to fasting, and especially the video that I just posted earlier about. If you haven't seen my last reel, go watch it. It's talking about breaking your flesh, and Eric and I have been practicing this a lot lately, with being abstinent before marriage, not living together, just really breaking off the urges that your flesh has.
Yeah.
So that we can connect deeper spiritually to God. And so, abstaining from calories, abstaining from a calorie intake, which is what I'm going to say now instead of the other word, because, social, is that not just so weird when you're trying to talk about something that could help you? It's crazy. But anyways, abstaining from calories has the benefits physically, right? Mm-hmm. But also, more than that, it has a way to bring you clarity, to connect you deeper to your higher power, which is God. And, we were at church Sunday, and they said, church-wide, we were all going to do abstain from calories from the 6th through the 8th.
And if you've ever tried to fast before, or if you're,
well, you're going to say the word fast.
Well, yeah, looking to
it's hard to
just
not.
raise your hand in the comments. It's widely talked about, or maybe you've never actually heard of fasting. So,
and so if you've ever tried, let us know. So there's multiple reasons.
I will say I did try fasting before for religious reasons as well, like the fast. I did not enjoy it, and I don't personally think that you need to fast at all. I don't see how that's good or healthy or sustainable for most people. I think it's a really hard thing to do, and I think it's an unnecessary thing to do, especially if you're doing it for fitness reasons and whatnot. I don't think it's necessary, but I'm not qualified. I don't know. That's just my experience, my opinion. But I don't like the way that they're talking about it as if it's a necessary thing to do, just because they do it. And Kelsey, we've seen Kelsey fast so many times in the past, or try different diets, restrictive diets, and then break the diet and binge, and it's just a cycle with her that I don't think it's healthy for her either.
Of why we do it. Number one, it's to give the glory to God and get closer to Him. Okay, so we're trying to basically cleanse ourselves of anything that is a distraction that hinders us and blinds us. And when you are in a fasted state, you just have clarity. You really do, in multiple ways. You have mental clarity where you can actually think more clearly. Things start to make more sense. God is able to speak to you more. And so that's one part of it. The next part of it is,
when I was fasting, I was just hungry. I did not have mental clarity. I don't know, maybe it works different for different people, but for me, it was like, no, thank you, never again.
To gain gain like what am I trying to say? Physically.
Lose body fat, burn body fat.
Burn your body's fat.
Yeah. What
am I trying to say?
When you fast,
After 40 hours of fasting, she's got such mental clarity that she can't finish her sentences, I guess. I love that.
your body teaches itself to use fat more efficiently
Yeah.
than its first fuel source, which is, glucose. And going back to like how Kelsey's saying, fasting gives you mental clarity, depending on what types of fast you're doing. Extended fasts, definitely, because when you regulate your blood sugar, you go with no food, digestion's completely, stalled, all of that. You start producing ketones in your bloodstream naturally. So, but we take exogenous ketones on top of that to reach into a deeper state of ketosis. A lot of people asked
So
about that.
good.
But yes, reaching into a really deep state of ketosis is crucial for mental clarity, focus, just energy. And that's kind of like what she was talking about. But if you've ever felt like you've tried fasting before and you've ever felt like shaky or anything like that, yes, it could be a drop in your blood sugar. But what it is your body's not used to using fat efficiently for fuel. It can be alarming if you're someone who has, you're pre-diabetic or you're a diabetic or, hypoglycemia. Any of those types of, aspects of your health that you got to keep an eye on are crucial when you fast. It's not to say that you can't fast, but it's you want to monitor. That's really important step in making sure you do this correctly. But
That's why we tell you to
try not to be afraid of
consult your
that.
doctor.
Yes, consult your doctor. But
If you have medical issues, consult your doctor.
but try not to let that hinder.
I was about to say, for God's sakes, like, please talk to a professional, a medical professional, if you want to do something like that.
You to a fact or because our bodies are very much, they're resilient.
They're capable of
They're
more than
I feel like neither of them has mental clarity today. Like, they're just hungry and they're just like so hard to get their thoughts out. I guess Kelsey, I feel like Eric is better at speaking and finishing his thoughts than Kelsey is, but not today.
you think
They're very much capable of a lot of different things, and you could be shied away from a lot of this because the uncertainty, misinformation and stuff like that. But I'm not telling you to ignore those signals. I'm just telling you to consult with your doctor, monitor yourself, and do your best to push through that, because once you do, you will feel better. But there's a couple things that you can include in your fast to help minimize a couple of these different aspects, meaning like
ketones.
Ketones
people,
are wonderful. Go ahead.
People often, okay, just as an example, having the conversation on my post yesterday about how you got to be in a caloric deficit to lose weight and all these things, and that's not wrong. And I'm not going to sit here and say that you can just drink ketones and burn all the fat off of your body and you don't have to worry about your diet. I used to say that because that's what I believed, right? But I've become a lot more educated over the past 6 years of what ketones actually do for your body. And they
Really, Kelsey? Because I feel like, I don't know if Julie Joe watched a video or a live stream from, or was it me? Somebody reacted to something from Kelsey where she said she doesn't really work out. She's just using ketones and ketones are helping her shred fat or whatever she likes to say. I feel like that was pretty recent. But now she's saying like, oh, I've learned so much in these 6 years. And I know it's not just that. So, so much contradiction.
do a lot of things. The fat loss is not the main thing that ketones do for your body and your brain. And so for me, ketones help to curb your appetite. And so a lot of you guys are like asking like, how do you go that long? Number one, we take electrolytes, which is really important whenever you're in that fasted state, because you have to be hydrated. You need to hydrate your body.
If you remember me just talking about like feeling shaky, she's kind of playing off what was going to say is exactly what you're saying. These are a couple things to help, with that. So like you said,
drinking the ketones. So it's going to put you in a deeper state of ketosis, number one, and it's going to help curb your appetite and it's going to up your energy. So a lot of the times when you try to abstain from calories, you are tired, you're fatigued. Now, do we still, the first day of us going through a reboot, yes, 100% we are. But the ketones help tremendously, curbing your appetite, giving you the clean energy, the focus and mental clarity, and just putting you into that deeper state of ketosis. And so there's ketones, and making sure that you are drinking enough water throughout the entire time, making sure you're going to bed at a reasonable time. Sleep is so important. Just in general, but especially if you're trying to practice abstaining from calories, because that's where your body will repair itself. And also when you're sleeping, you're not thinking about food. I have felt like the extended fast helped me a lot to kind of get rid of the food noise, because you kind of reset yourself and it doesn't seem so bad. And so, by the way, really quickly, if anybody on here, you're like wanting to try ketones, see how they kind of help you, you could drop the word FIT25 in the comments. We'll have a conversation. FIT25. We'll have a conversation, see where you're at, what your struggles are, and how we can help you.
Oh, gee, thanks for spelling out the word fit, Kelsey. Really.
And how we can fit ketones into your life. Because it's not just a product that you're going to drink to dissolve all of your problems. It's going to be something that's a tool and a resource to help you.
Yeah, it's a system that you can utilize while fasting. It's very much beneficial. And Kelsey's saying like food noise and stuff like that. I want y'all to, understand it's not easy, especially if you've never fasted before or you don't know I'm going to go ahead and explain a couple different types of.
And listen, you don't need to fast. If you're fasting for fitness reasons, you don't need to do, if it's really not necessary. If you're fasting for religious reasons, then okay, I can understand that, but then definitely talk to a professional. Not these two. These two are not professionals, okay? I don't know what the fuck do they mean when they say they're qualified. Through what? Prove it? I don't think so.
Intermittent fastings that you can include into your, daily life, just starting if you're a beginner. One is, if you've never heard, it is a 16-8 intermittent fasting, meaning that you have a window of 16 hours where you're fasted, and then you have an 8-hour eating window. That's like the basic beginner. I put a lot of my beginner clients on that, so that's something that you can utilize. Number 2 is...
Well, explain that, because I still didn't understand. When I first started this, I didn't understand that. So the 16 hours where you're fasting, that's also including the time that you're sleeping. And so maybe you stop eating at 7 p.m.
The structured time for that is 12 p.m. to 8 p.m.
Wait, so he's a personal trainer and he puts his clients, he gets them to fast? I wonder, is it because the clients want to try it, or is this something that he's forcing upon his clients so that he can sell them more ketones? Because you need ketones to curb your appetite, right? I would not be surprised if it's the latter, honestly. That's so messed up.
So that's a good window that you can utilize. So that means
eating at 12 p.m.
Eating from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. Use that window to have your food. And then outside of that, you do not want to have...
Because even like when I first started hearing that, it was so confusing to me.
Yes.
So breaking your fast and eating your first meal of the day at 12 p.m. and then not eating anything after 8 p.m.
Yeah.
Yes.
Or if you want to step it up a little bit, or maybe you've done the 16-8 fast before and you're like, heck, I want to give myself a little challenge. And challenging yourself is so good, guys. Like, abstaining from calories and food is not only beneficial for your body in general, like helping it use fat for fuel more efficiently, more energy, mental clarity, but you're gonna stack a lot of confidence when you challenge yourself.
Practice discipline.
Yeah, practicing discipline.
Keep your words to yourself.
It's really great stuff.
Some people struggle with self-esteem because they simply can't keep their word. Like if you say you're gonna do something, do it. And you don't understand how much that's building your confidence. Like, even just that. And Deborah Mixon, which is my mother, she said, like, having a reason that you're doing it helps a lot. It does. Like, you can't just do it. Like, you've got to, because you're going to have times of the fast that it's really hard and you want to cave, especially if you have kids. If you have kids, drop the word yes in the comments. When you have kids and you're doing this, it's really hard because you're making their food. I made Kelly a grilled cheese last night. I was like, oh my gosh.
I made bread last night for my kids.
You made homemade bread.
For my kids.
When you're doing this for a very specific reason, and maybe it's spiritual. For us, it's spiritual, but it's also, we're in health and fitness, and we practice this at least once a month where we're doing an extended fast. Yeah. Ladies, if you are practicing this, make sure it is the day of or the day after your period. That time frame is going to be the best time that you can practice extended fasting.
Yeah, that luteal phase is
because the luteal phase is brutal, and you don't want to do that. Your body actually needs food during that time, and even like breaking your fast earlier in the day during those times, like with something small like a boiled egg or something, really helps your body work appropriately. But
yes.
Anyways, I think I ran in a circle.
No, you're good. So that's the very first beginner fast, intermittent fast that you could utilize. The second that you want to challenge yourself with is an OMAD fast. If you've ever heard of OMAD, that just stands for 1 meal a day.
I love that.
That's a more challenging intermittent fast where you could just utilize like maybe a 3 to 4 hour window of having just 1 meal a day, and that's all you will have, and then the rest of that will be your fasting window. And then kind of what we're doing is we're in the more advanced.
That sounds like hell to me, honestly. I mean, life is too short. I like to eat, so no thank you.
Type of fasting, which is like total resets, where you're extended fasting past 24 hours. So a lot of magical things happen whenever you start to break that 24-hour threshold. So first of all, you can introduce yourself into a state of ketosis and intermittent fasting if you use ketones. If you do not, it's going to be a lot harder for you to reach that. When you introduce ketones and you do a steady state fast, you're definitely going to be in a more deep state, of nutritional ketosis. Now, while taking ketones, that will disrupt autophagy. So we are still much
only for like a couple of hours.
Only for a couple of hours.
And then you go right back into autophagy, and that is what?
So autophagy is when your cells literally start to repair themselves. It's like your body's starting to repair itself.
Any ailment that you have
on a cellular level, like
any ailment you have in your body, your body will send signals to that area to repair it. Like autophagy is, like, I think that's one of the most amazing benefits of extended fasting is that you get to allow your body to repair itself. Like, of course, it's not just going to be
healing,
magic.
Guys. It's not just like
it's so healing, spiritually and mentally and emotionally and physically. It is so healing. And again, just to preference this live right now, please consult a medical professional or your doctor or whatever. We are not medical professionals by any means. We are just offering our experience. I want to give that disclaimer because a lot of the times we will get taken down for stuff like this, and I don't want that to happen because this is really good information. But yes, ketones will stop the autophagy for an hour, maybe 2, because they do have calories in them, right? And it's about 30 calories per serving. But after that, you go right back into autophagy. And so this is going to help you to sustain the energy and the focus and the mental clarity. And
I love how in the beginning he said that they are qualified, certified, and whatever health coaches. And now she just said, we're just offering our experience. But just because you have experience with something, it doesn't mean that doesn't make you qualified to help other people, especially when it comes to fasting and like fitness, health, relationship with food. That's a very dangerous territory. I know from my personal experience by being scammed by an Instagram influencer. In my opinion, she scammed me. It was a whole that was my very first video on YouTube. If you want to go watch it, it was wild. And it took me a long time to recover from her cookie cutter program. So this is a very dangerous thing that you're doing. And like myself, I have a lot of experience now with like in the fitness field because I was lifting heavy weights. I was doing like the bulk cut. I was working with an actual personal trainer. After I was scammed by an influencer, I found like an actual person who knows what they're doing. And then after that, I started doing things, learning things on my own. I achieved a lot of different like aesthetic goals, health goals. But just because I have experience with it and I'm doing a good job on myself, I'm very well aware that I'm not qualified to help other people. How the hell would I help other people? I know what works for me, but whatever worked for me is not going to work for everyone else. There's a reason why you have to get qualified and certified and like get certain education on certain things to be able to help other people, which is something that they don't have.
Still is keeping you in a state of ketosis, a fasted state of ketosis. And so there are so many benefits even with adding the ketones in.
And once you get past the autophagy part and then you start reaching like 72 hours plus, then you start reaching like where stem cell regeneration starts to kick in, and your body is in complete repair mode at that point. And it's really good for your overall health. It really is. So Brandon, yes, I agree. Like when you find out meals that are, very delicious and can fill you up, it can be very cheap and eat healthy.
The time of day for...
And that sounds amazing, by the way.
If you're fasting to save money on food, oh my god, I don't even know what to say to that.
For doing 1 meal a day, I mean, honestly, it's kind of like up to you what feels good. We usually, if we do that, it's like a dinner. It's dinner. right? And what about OMAD after a gastric sleeve? I mean, I think that it would be, sorry, my hair was on your arm. I think it would be even easier to do after a gastric sleeve, but I don't know if you have.
Oh, well, thanks, Sue. I'm glad you got some.
Yeah. And make sure you share it out if you feel like this is beneficial
It's very,
to help people.
It's great also if you have a group of people or a community.
Did they just dodge answering to that comment because they don't know what to say? Oh my god.
You know, Kelsey and I were coaches, and we help, you know, our clients and our people, like, you know, we guide them through these types of stuff. But if you just don't have that support and you're looking for some, you know, guidance, you can always reach out to us, and, you know, we'd be more than happy to help you get on it. And I think, Alexis, if you're still on here, you asked a question about how many ketones daily do we take. So I usually just take, it depends. Like when I'm fasting, I'm taking more products. I'm taking like two daily.
I do 2, Mason. I do 3.
Yeah,
so I'll do
2 or 3.
Black Label in the morning. Most days I'll have this mid-afternoon. And I love how they taste. I love how they make me feel. So, like, you don't have to. You can do 1 ketone a day. It's up to you. And then at night, I'll take a caffeine-free ketone that has ashwagandha in it.
Yeah.
And then, but by the way, if there's anybody watching us that has any interest on, like, one-on-one coaching, fitness coaching, what am I saying? Fitness coaching. We have this incredible app that you can have access to. It's truly amazing. Right now, we're still doing our Fit Together Forever couples coaching. And so if you're married or in a relationship and you want to do it with your spouse, you can comment the word FT4 and we'll send you over the application to get started with that. But even if you are an individual and you're looking for some kind of just some coaching, just drop the word coach in the comments and Eric will reach out to you and he'll send you a message with getting on a call with him.
The
Completely
appropriate
free
steps to really do that.
Yeah, you get on a call and he'll go over how he can help you with what you're.
Okay, well, that's where that cut off. It was near the end anyway, but I mean, these two are just like, they're stepping into they've already stepped into a very, very, very dangerous area. And I just feel bad for people who actually watch their content and give them money to like train them in what? I don't think they're qualified to be able to help. And the fact that he is getting his clients to fast as like a part of the training program, it doesn't seem right to me, because I think he's only doing it to tell them to buy ketones from him or from Kelsey because, oh, you need to curb your appetite if you're gonna fast. It just doesn't feel right. But let me know your thoughts below. I'm gonna wrap that one up here. Thanks so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like if you enjoyed the video, and big shout out to my channel members. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.